Excuse me? I don't think that's your home. Yeah. What are you doing? Huh? Do you want to just stay out? I'll just pretend like I didn't see you. Huh? And you can hang out here a little while longer? All right, that's what we'll do. You just stay there. What do you think this morning? Huh? Think it's time to be clean, don't you? Yeah. What about you, old timer? Huh? You're just sick of this cold. Yeah, I'm with you. Chow so cold, am I right? Chow so cold. Chow so cold. Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dalton. This is Armson Farms. It's a chilly one, but it's a peaceful morning. You can just hear how quiet it is. I don't know. Kind of a peaceful morning, but today on the docket, we are going to get our ripper hooked up. We've got a couple small things to repair on that. We also have to take two of our 10-wheelers downtown to get inspected. So in the state of New York, if you run commercial plates or agricultural plates, legally they're supposed to be inspected every year. You might ask, why don't you have farm plates on all your trucks? So we have them on some of our trucks, but we have to have a couple 10-wheelers with agricultural plates because we do haul grain to the mill, which is over 25 miles away. It's not much, it's like 30 miles, but technically, legally, you're not supposed to go more than 25 miles from home with farm plates. Also, we do haul quite a bit of stone with our trucks, and I don't know the exact rules there, but you feel a little more legal with agricultural plates. So we do have two 10-wheelers with agricultural plates, which means those have to get inspected. Which those of you guys who watched yesterday's video know we went and got new tires on one of them. That was the main reason why. Also, we do like to keep... It is a nice feeling to know that someone else put their eyes on your machine, maybe notice something you don't notice, and gets it fixed up for us. So that's kind of the tentative plan for today. We'll just keep going here and see what it takes. The fresh group is headed to the parlor over there. Dry cows are all cleaned out. We are fat and happy. So, aren't we? Are we fat and happy there? Huh? Yeah. So follow along, guys. See what we can't get into here today. You got a problem with me? Are we about to fight? Huh? Are we? Are we about to wrestle? Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on. We're best friends, aren't we? Yeah, me and you, we're best friends. Yeah. You want to go do karate in the garage? Yup. It's a little heifer. She's one of our higher genomic heifers. And as you can tell, she's had plenty of scratches in her day. She is not afraid at all, are you, girl? No, you're not. All right, so first things first, we got to get that tractor pulled out of here and hooked up to the ripper, which means moving this truck, moving that head, moving the tractor and the merger, which apparently has a pretty gnarly hydraulic leak. Seems like the more you work on something, the more stuff starts breaking. So, apparently it's got a couple hydraulic leaks. Jeepers creepers. We're gonna have to look into that, I guess, but we'll get all this stuff pulled out of here and go from there. we decided we're gonna hook that 9420 onto the speed disc too. So we'll take these rides up and we'll get them clipped on. Whoop, whoop. Boogedy, boogedy, boogedy. Gosh, I wish it was nice enough and dry enough to just go to work with these things, but oh well. Point of this is to be ready, so when it is ready to roll, we can just drop the hammer. That's the idea anyways. It's all hooked up now to see how many hydraulic hoses pop out. It's always fun the first time of year. Well, one appears to be good. Looks like my two tires are good. And the other two tires are good. Looks like tires are good. Alright, number 2. Betting number 2 popped out. Number 3 just popped out. Number 4 is good. So we got to go fix number 2 and number 3.
See the foot-long farmer in action today, guys.
Liquored up and ready to bone. All right, so we're gonna run this up the shop and then we'll come down and we'll put that stuff back away. Like I said, I gotta run the trucks down in about half an hour to get inspected, so probably not gonna work on this too much before that, but yeehaw, guys, yeehaw. All right, well, it's gonna be a bit of a tight fit in the shop today because we're getting the lawnmowers all squared away last night, and Uncle Rob's got his Colorado in there. He's welding the frame on it, which means the gas tank's off of it. So I could throw it in neutral and tow it out of here, but we'll see if we can put a ripper shank through the side of it instead. That's the tentative plan. Still got our 4840 project going on in the back. That should be getting wrapped up here pretty shortly. But yeah, let's see. Let's carefully see if we can stab something here by accident. Kind of got worried. The back corner there was pretty close to my oil barrels, but the oil barrel that it's close to is empty, so it probably wouldn't have been life-altering. Yeehaw. Put those front discs down. I find they're a little easier to grease when they're down. You can also check the tightness on them. Alright, should be good there. Alright, well, I just walked down here to get my pickup, and I got a call from the guys, the shop that does the inspections on those trucks, and apparently somebody just whacked a power pole right in front of their shop, and they don't have any power, so they're gonna call me when the power is back up and running. Who knows how long that'll be, so that is fun. I'm telling you guys, Murphy's Law around here. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have luck at all. Oh well, we'll go to work on the ripper. All right, so the points got changed last fall. We changed the rear points, plowed 100 acres, and then the front ones were out, so we changed the front points before we parked it. So the front points are brand new. The back one's got 100 acres on them. Looks like they got probably another 100 in them, usually about 200 acres. 200 to 300 acres, we change the points depending on conditions of the ground and all that. Obviously, the softer the ground, the less you wear them out. The harder the ground, the harder it is. So the points should be good. We're just going to inspect, look for any loose bolts, anything cracked, anything like that. Grease it. Tire pressures, it's always good to make sure the tires are where they're supposed to be. The one problem we know we got to do right here, I'm going to replace that saddle, put the disc back on. I'm going to check all these discs. I know there was one other one that was loose. I think it was in the back row. Looks like this one. Yeah, so we will see if we can crank this down. These are a real son of a gun to get tightened down because of the way the discs are. You know, you can't really get an impact in there without taking the other discs off. So that's why last winter we replaced all these rear discs. Because if you got to replace one, sometimes it's easier to just go down through and replace them all, because you could take them all off and then put new ones on, working your way back, and then you can get an impact in there. But yeah, that's what we're up to. A 4850 Dominator. I want to say it's 18 foot, somewhere in there. What do we got? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rears, 5 front shanks. Yeah, we got more than enough tractor on it now. We used to pull it with a 9420, and we upgraded, so we got plenty of power. But it was nice. Now we could sink the thing in all the way and really break up that hard pan. So also we'll go down through and we'll check all these rolling baskets. There's a stone in that one. Make sure nothing's loose. Usually a couple times a spring, some of these bolts will loosen up or break off, and then you lose a basket. That one looks like it's supposed to be over a little more. You know, just that kind of stuff. That's what we're going to be going on through here and checking out. All right, so I got the disc that fell off. We had it stored over here. I'm just trying to look and see if we're missing any parts here. I don't really remember how it all goes together. But I feel like something should be in there. That's what I feel like. Although, it doesn't look like it. Let me look here. Okay. So this is one of the new pieces that I need. New bolt. Looks pretty similar. Yeah, they look the same, so I'm just wondering why that's square. I kind of feel like there should be something that slides into, like, what is that thing? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be open like that, but it's the way the other ones are. So I guess that's how we're gonna put it back on. You know what I mean? Like, why is it? You would think there would be something that slid in there. That slides in there. Duh. Okay, yep, that slides in there. I just thought that it would maybe be, instead of round, I thought it maybe would have tabs on it or something, but it does slide in there, so. I don't know, this all looks good too. Like, I don't think I need to replace that and that. I think it's more or less just pulling that saddle off and replacing that. Because clearly the bearings in that are shot and it's pretty worn down from after the bearings went bad. So, yep, we'll pull that off. I'm just gonna put you guys down there and hopefully I don't drop something heavy onto you guys. So, got a couple of these dust caps. I already put the one on the other side. So that goes like that. Take the nut off. Then we should be good. Slide this bad Johnny through here. Oh. That'd be kind of a bear. Got it started. Why aren't you working? Oh no, not my 3/4 socket wrench. Oh, that is no fun. Son of a gun. Stand by. Yeah, apparently my 3/4 socket wrench is toast. So that's no fun. Just trying to walk this thing in here a little bit. And it's gonna be annoying. I don't want to hammer it because I don't want to screw up the threads. This should be enough to get it started at least. If I put that on that side, it'll be a big yeehaw. She's gonna start pulling, so I'll put my breaker there. We've got a long way to go. A short time to get there. I almost wonder if my Milwaukee with a universal. Maybe. So what we got a 1/2" knuckle that we're gonna put on a 1/2" drive to 3/4 drive adapter because I don't have a 3/4 drive cordless, that we are gonna put my 3/4 drive 1 7/8" onto. And then I'm gonna take my breaker bar and I'm gonna move that to the other side. Because I think I got more room on this side. I don't think it's gonna work. But we're gonna try. Because why the heck not? This stupid Milwaukee needs to go get fixed. It's not set on there right. Back it back off. Those of you guys who don't watch my videos, I am a dairy farmer. I'm not a mechanic. I haven't done most of this stuff. If I have, not very often. So most stuff I do, we're learning on the fly. But that's what makes it fun, right? So that's actually working all right. There we go. I just gotta make sure when we get it close to being tight, that we get it set up on that base the way we want it. It's kind of a bear to hold. Like that, by golly. Yeehaw. Just like that. Now we're gonna put a jam nut on the back. I'm tempted to get a bar. I think actually, I got this little Kresge wrench here. It's a foot-long crescent wrench right there. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna put this on there. Put this back on this. We're gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna take my Kresge. I'm gonna put this, that. I couldn't get to move, so I'm gonna say she's tight. Now we'll put the jam nut on there. As such, we will give her just a little ream. Yee-haw. Only took a minute. Gotta figure it out though. Oh yeah. Did you look at that? No good. Let's see if I got one of those. So be it. All right, back from lunch now. I've got this whole rig pretty well wrapped up. I've got to tighten up one of the roller baskets in the back is loose. I've got to grease the tractor itself. But the rest of it is all greased, all tight, broken bolts fixed. I think she's ready to go. I got to put a little bit of air in the tires. I'm going to check air pressures. But other than that, so air in the tires, grease the tractor, rolling basket. Boom, ready to rock. We'll take her back outside and park her. I was just talking to Jack, being that it's April, new proofs have came out for the cows. What did he tell me? Captain is still number one, which blows my mind. I mean, we've got second lactation captains. We've got, 4.5-year-olds out of that bull, and he's still number one. Which, I mean, they're good cows. You guys have seen them. They're good cows. And then Thorson's number two, which we've got a lot of Thorsons. I don't know how many we have milking. Not sure. These are proven bulls, by the way. Then Garza, which I don't think we have any milking of him yet, but I know we've got a lot on the way. So that's good. And then number 4 kind of came out of left field was that Zuri bull. I've showed you guys a few of our Zuris. They're good little cows. I shouldn't say little. They're just good cows in general. I mean, real nice youthful udders. A little bit tubey, but good feet and legs on them. I did like the feet and legs on the Zuri's. I'll have to show you guys some. Now that I know these are the new proofs, I can show you guys some of them. But it is wild that Captain's still number one. Like, really wild to me. You would think that these other bulls would have passed him by now. But, oh well. But, I mean, all things considered, I don't remember who he said was number 5. But that just means the top 4, we've got literally hundreds of daughters out of those top 4 genomic bulls. So that's excellent. I'm excited to see how our genomics have changed on the farm with the new proofs. You know, I don't know how exactly that all works, but I know they get updated when the new proofs come out. So I'm excited to see where our heifers and calves and them guys ended up getting moved to. So yeah, all in all, that was pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get this rig finished. If I still haven't heard from that mechanic shop, when I get this done, I think we're gonna fire up the old excavator and take it up there where I push the manure into our lagoon out of our dry cow pen. That corner is built up with dry stuff, some sand and just dry manure in general. So I'm gonna take our old excavator up, which is now fixed. They put a new idler wheel on that. I don't know, those of you guys who've been watching for a while remember back in November, early December, when we were cleaning out that old lagoon of ours for the last time, the track came off down in the pit, which was an absolute nightmare. And it was frozen for 3 months. You know, there was nothing we could do about it. So when it thawed out, we've been busy enough. We called George and Swedes. They came right out and they got it fixed up for us. So that's exciting. That thing's back in action and I can get to work with that thing. So hopefully we'll see how the afternoon goes, but that's the tentative plan for the afternoon. All right, well, she's all done. We're gonna take her up and park her here. Everything in my body is telling me I should go sink it in the ground just because you should. But I know that it's gonna be just a bit too tacky. And there's not much point in it because I'm not gonna rip all afternoon anyways. It would more or less just be just to move a little bit of dirt. But we're not going to. We're not going to do that. We're more mature than that these days. Not really. We're just more mature than that, like in this very minute. Because that field out yonder, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm just gonna park it. Dalton, you're just gonna park it. That's what we're gonna do. So. Alright, well, we're just rolling out of the mechanic shop down here. We got these trucks inspected. Pardon the beeping, it's got to get a few more pounds of air before it stops, but this guy's got a pretty cool collection of just old stuff from the 30s and the 40s here. Got an old cement truck there. How cool is that thing? Auto car. I mean, both sides of the lot here, they're just lined with stuff. All kinds of old parts. I don't know much about antique stuff, but he certainly does have a lot of it here. We got more up here. Chrysler, big hell yeah. Dodge, whatever. Old tow truck. I mean, all kinds of goodies. So, then you got more. But we passed our inspections. Another thing to check off the list for this year. Like the field that we burned down there about a week and a half ago is dying off nice. All of the wheat triticale is turning green, putting legs on. Sure would love to get some nitrogen sprayed on there, but it's just too gosh darn wet. What are you gonna do? That Jack got to start here without me. Plenty of dry material in there. Especially in this corner where I pushed that manure in, that is rough. Still ice chunks down in there. All right, well, I took over for him. My goal is to try to get the back of this field covered. I know I've said that a few times. It definitely does take longer, like trying to get a lot out. It looks like the rain's gonna hold off tomorrow until 4 o'clock, according to the weatherman. So he's probably wrong, but we'll give it a shot, see how much of this stuff we can get out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try bringing it back here. You can see there's not much stuff spread in the back, so that's the tentative plan anyways. All right, well, we ended up getting 11 loads moved here. It's about 6 o'clock, time to get out of here. So I guess this is gonna be the plan for tomorrow until the weather changes. I'm just gonna go around the outside of this thing, see what I can take out of here. I got a piece of plastic on here, just try to keep the fence clean. It's probably going to be a total pain in the hind end to move, but it's a way to keep the fence clean, because you see it does drip manure when we're swinging it over. A lot of you guys are probably going to think I'm crazy for doing this with the liquid in here, but last time I tried to pump liquid out, it was so thick, it was just a pain in the butt. Especially right here in this corner, because like I said, this pen here is our dry cows. Dry cow manure is always drier, which actually makes sense. But yeah, dry cow manure is always drier than milk cow manure. Combine that with sand, this corner is always rough. But I'm just gonna work my way around the outside and we'll get what we can get. And it does add up. I mean, we've dropped the lagoon an inch, so it'll be something, But the main goal, I'm hoping this lagoon has enough room to get us to triticale. So 6 weeks, if I can fit 6 more weeks worth of manure in there, that'll be good, because the more liquid, the more I can stir and try to get some of that thicker stuff out of there. Also, that thick manure is gonna really help that triticale ground before we put corn on it. Triticale really eats a lot of food. So yeah, my thought is just go around and maybe we get 30-40 slinger loads out of there tomorrow, and maybe we'll drop the stupid thing 6 inches or something like that. I don't know. 6 inches is a lot to some people. It's like a lot. It's an above average amount of inches to work with. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that out tomorrow. We'll see what the weather does. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna go on home. Tonight's karate night for my daughter, so yeah, we're gonna go get after that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to watch tomorrow, especially you folks who like manure videos. We're just gonna be digging and slinging. So rock on, guys. Hell yeah. See you guys in the next one.